सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। So, 16th chapter summary. Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. We already saw what is Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat. And one of the very important instrument for Jnanam is the Manas and Buddhi. This Manas and Buddhi has to be kept proper. So you know that any instrument you use, it has to be properly calibrated. It should be error free. Okay. You have to see whether it is working properly, check it. Like that, this Manas and Buddhi has to be prepared. To remove all the Asuri Sampat is by Karma Yoga. Okay. Dosha Apanayanam Guna Adhanam. Dosha Apanayanam is removing the dosha. If there is anything which is a dirt, filth, you remove it. Okay. Shuchi, Shaucha, cleaning is very much necessary. So, mind cleaning. How do you do it? By removing the Asuri Sampat. Then what do you do? Guna Adhana. You add on Daivi Sampat to it. Okay. So when Asuri Sampat is removed and Daivi Sampat is added, the mind is ready with Chitta Shuddhi. What is Chitta Shuddhi? Daivasura Sampat. Few things which should not be there, remove it. That means the first thing what you need to do is, don't make this mind a dustbin box. It is open for everyone. Whoever wants, come and put what you want. No. So, it starts. So, very clearly, these things are there right from childhood, from previous birth. Many of these are sitting like Raga Dveshas, they are sitting inside us as vasanas. It is not going to be so easy to remove. You have to put a lot of effort and you have to be alert. Once you change your existing habit to the new one, then in between refreshers course to ensure that you are not slipping from it. So this requires a lot of sadhana, this requires a lot of effort. Okay. So what Krishna mentions is, in the first 3 shlokas or 2 shlokas or 3 lines, he is given all the Daivi Sampat. Okay. And then he starts with a list of Asuri Sampat. Okay. Because that is where the focus is, to remove them. Daivi Sampat, if you have it, you anyway have it. You don't have to do anything. You have to ensure that you don't slip from it. But Asuri Sampat is where you will have to start working. And when you start working with Asuri Sampat, to remove it, slowly Daivi Sampat automatically increases also. Indirectly, unknowingly, that will increase. Okay. Now, अभयं सत्व संशुद्धिः ज्ञानयोग व्यवस्थितिः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जवम् अहिंसा सत्यम् अक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिः अपैशुनं दया भूतेषु अलोलुप्त्वं मार्दवं ह्रीः चापलं तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति संपदं दैवीम अभिजातस्य भारत. These are the दैवी संपद. 3 shlokas over. Now comes the big list. दम्भो दर्पोभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानञ्च अभिजातस्य पार्थ संपदम् आसुरीम्. Okay. दम्भः दर्पः अभिमानः क्रोधः पारुष्यम. ओके. अज्ञानम अभिजातस्य पार्थ संपदम आसुरी. What does the Daivi Sampad do? Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Surimata. What is Mukti? Liberation. What is opposite of liberation? Bandhaka. So Daivi Sampad gives Mukti, Asuri Sampad gives Bandhaka. It binds you more. Mashucha Sampadan Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava Dvau Bhuta Sargo Lokesmin Deva Asura Evacha Devo Daivo Vistarashah Proktaha Asuram Partha Meshrunu. Now I am going to tell you the details. And from here he starts. Me shrunu, listen to me. Pravrittincha nivrittincha asatyam apratishthante. Okay, many of these asurim he is telling. But if you look at it, these asuri sampat are nothing other than shadripu. What commonly we call as shadripu. What are shadripu? What is Shadripu? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Okay. And out of that, first is Kama. So, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Third chapter. Okay, exactly the same. Kamaha, Krodha. Kamaha is desire. When you say desire, desire with attachment. Okay. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodho vijayate. For kamaha to become krodha, the attachment should start getting matured. Day one you will not get krodha. Slowly when you start, I want, then slowly, unknowingly, that Sahasranama Archana of I want will continue. Correct? Then when something comes to stop it, it will erupt as Krodha. Kama esha Krodha eshaha Rajoguna samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyehamiha Vairinam. Biggest enemy. Chapter number 3, I think 62nd shloka. Correct? Then कामक्रोधोद्भवं वेगः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्. Drop these three. At many places it is coming. Not only here, it has come in many places. So, kamaha is the first step. That is why nishkama karma is what is being told. Sabka jad kama hai. Kamaha converts to krodha. Krodha converts to moha. What is moha?
Delusion.
After that, what is delusion? It's a good word, but what is the meaning?
When we think right is wrong and wrong is right.
Interchanging. That is what is called delusion. जो गलत है उसको सही मानना और जो सही है उसको गलत मानना. Okay, that is intense kama and krodha will become moha. Then after that, kama, krodha. No, before that, lobha. What is lobha?
Greed.
Greed. And for greed, what is the antidote for greed? If greed is the disease, you have to take an antibiotic. What is the antibiotic for greed?
Generosity?
Huh?
Generosity?
No.
Aparigraha. Aparigraha.
Aparigraha is what you will do. But for aparigraha, what is required? Go to the next one. Go to Niyama, you will get your answer. Huh? Santosha. Santosha, contentment. If santosha is there, lobha will not be there. See, desire for legitimate things are acceptable in a particular proportion. Anything which is a need is acceptable. But when the need changes to greed, then even the world becomes insufficient. Correct? And how do you now work on that? First, you have to move to santosha. When santosha comes, one of the symptoms of santosha working is aparigraha. Too many technical terms, but I am sure you all know it. So you should now connect these. They are also beautifully interlinked. Aparigraha means what? Parigraha matlab batorna. मेरे लिए, मेरे लिए, मेरे लिए, ये मेरे लिए. You want to know the best example of parigraha? Tell me. I found out, I found out one thing which is parigraha ka. Good example in every house. कितना डब्बा बाटली है? How many bottles are kept? How many डब्बास are kept? जो भी आया उसको रखो, एक काम में आएगा. हाँ, परिग्रह है कि नहीं? 1 or 2 cupboards will get empty. फिर भी रोना धोना है कि घर पे बॉटल नहीं मिलेगा जब बनते. परिग्रह. इनफ इज इनफ बोला, वो संतोष है. अपरिग्रह पे आ जाते हैं. Okay. That is why a very beautiful word our Shastras give is Bhagya. You know what is Bhagya? Bhaga Devata. Bhaga, who has got Bhaga. What is Bhaga? I told this many years back. Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya. Anyone remembers? Bhagavan. Definition of Bhagavan. 6 qualities. Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya Prayatatmana. Correct? So, one who possesses these 6 qualities is Bhagavan. And if you have many of these qualities to a good content, you have got Bhagya. What does that mean? Bhagya means not I have everything. Bhagya means I am able to enjoy to the fullest what I have. What is the use of having if you cannot enjoy? I have got a sweet shop, but I have also got diabetes. What is the use? That is not Bhagya. Okay? Bhagya is having everything at the right proportion and me able to enjoy what I have, irrespective how much I have. अच्छा खाना है लेकिन बाहर बॉम्बिंग हो रहा है. You are sitting in that border of Ukraine and someone gives you the best of the food. How will you be able to eat? You can't. कभी सर पे बॉम्ब गिरेगा, फटाफट खाओ. Correct? So that is bhagya. It is not what you have. Are you able to enjoy the fullest what you have? Whatever you have. It is not what you have is important. Are you able to enjoy? And this contentment, bhagya, decides a lot of kama and lobha. If kama and lobha automatically reduces, krodha and moha will not be there. Correct? Once it goes to moha, then comes mother. What is mother? What is mother?
Arrogance.
चढ़ गया. इधर चढ़ जाने को मदा बोलते. हत्ती को मद आ गया, सर पे चढ़ गया अभी. अहंकार. Okay, that arrogance. Automatically that will lead to arrogance. And from there it moves to the next one. What is the next? Matsarya. Matsara bhava means what? Jealousy. Not able to withstand that someone has and I don't have. Even if I have, if other person gets, I am jealous about it. I am filthy rich. But if I hear that my neighbor has become a little rich और एक नया गाड़ी लिया तो मेरा पेट में चालू हो जाते तकलीफ. That is मात्सर्य. किधर वो मेरे से आगे बढ़ गया तो मात्सर्य, मत्सर भावना. That is why in our Shastra, competition was not there at all. What we call today competitive spirit will lead to Matsarya Bhavana. And that was not at all there. You do it to your ability and leave the rest. Every person is different. Why compare? That was what our Shastra always from day one was. That is why you have different people and for everyone there is something or the other. Don't compare. Matsarya Bhavana should not be there. Because it starts with a positive competitive spirit, but you never know when it takes an ugly turn. Then you are ready to do anything. What happens? It converts to hook or crook. More than hooking, it is crook which works. Matsarya Bhavana. So, hard work, aspiration should be there, but Matsarya Bhavana should not be there. I should come first should be there. But others, compared to others, I should come first, should not be there. I should study to come first, perfectly okay. But no, I should come first and this person should be after me. That is not okay. Are you able to get that? Okay. So competitive spirit, as much as it is good, what they say is some positive stress. But you really do not know when the positive stress gets into tension. Huh? That is why we have see the competitive spirit, how it is there in today's education. 99.8 parents are not happy. Where did you miss that 0.2 where that person has got over? What Matsarya Bhavana this is? Right from childhood, in every standard, if this is going to be asked to the child is going to grow with this Matsara Bhavana, a jealousy unknowingly inside. Okay, and that jealousy will bring arrogance, everything starts working backward. Huh? So we have to see at each and everything, where is this Asuri Sampat sitting? If that Asuri Sampat is sitting very, very feebly in some of the areas, it is very easy to work. You need minimum effort. If I get a cold, initially I will make some kada and drink, do some gargling and do some inhalation. I will see whether that takes care. Then after some days, if it doesn't work, the doctor starts giving an antibiotic. Even after that, if it doesn't work, the doctor says, I have to remove your tonsillitis. Correct? Which goes to what level you will not know. So nip it at the bud first. Don't allow it to grow and then I will control it. That is absolutely stupidity. Don't allow it to grow. Enmity and money or loan, taking a debt, a loan, remove it always from the, nip it at the bud, don't keep it at all. Even a speck of it remains, punaha vardhate, it will keep on growing. You will never know once it will take over. So Matsarya Bhavana, okay, Lobha, all this, even little if it is there, it will grow. We normally say, na, बाकी सब चीज I am ready to give, लेकिन ये चीज में नहीं, I will not leave this. It is very dear to me. First learn to reduce that. Because that is the place where that Asuri Sampat is actually sitting. Whatever you are ready to give, there it is not Asuri Sampat at all. What you are not ready to give, that is where the Asuri Sampat is sitting. Is it clear? Okay, and this is what across in this whole chapter he is talking about, how it will lead to destruction. Asuri Sampat will lead to destruction, Daivi Sampat will support. Okay, for growth. One minute, huh? Yeah. Kama, Krodha, yeah. निस्वश्येति शतं शतीदशशतं लक्षं सहस्राधिपः लक्षेशश्चितिपालतां क्षितिपतिः चक्रेशतां वाञ्छति चक्रेशः पुनरिन्द्रतां सुरपतिः ब्रह्मं पदं वाञ्छति ब्रह्माशैव पदं शिवो हरिपदं तृष्णावधिं को गतः. That Trishna, where does it stop? First, my want is, I want only 100 rupee note. Niswaha ekashatam. When I am penniless, I say, let me get 100. Shati dashashatam should become 1000. Laksha sahasradipaha. Then thousands to lakhs. Lakshesha Kshitipalatam. Once you are a Lakpati, then I should have a small place, एक छोटा सा. How we tell? कुछ नहीं, मरेंगे तो 6 फुट का 6 गज का एक छोटा सा जगह चाहिए ना दफनाने के लिए, बस उतना ही. क्षितिपालता. क्षितिपति ही चक्रेशताम वांछति. Vanchati means is jealous about, is always trying to become that. Chakresha, Chakravarti. If I first want one small piece of land, then kingdom, and then Chakravarti. Chakresha Punarindratam. Then I want to become Indra, Devalokas. Okay. Then Indra wants to become Brahma. Brahma wants to become Shiva. Shiva wants to become Vishnu. Where is the end to it? There is no end to it. So, Kamaha goes that way, and if you don't get Kamaha, it will move to Krodaha, Himsa. Himsa. Okay? It happens at different levels in Himsa. Manaha, Vak, Kaya. If this matures, then only it will start coming out of this. If this matures, इसलिए मारने का पहला पहला गाली देते. It's very natural, ना? First one Sasnam Archana will start and then fist. From here it has to mature here and then only it has to come here. It won't come suddenly like that. Okay. So, what you need to do for managing these, each of this, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, what do you need to do to manage this? FIR technique is the only one thing. Hopefully you all know what is FIR technique. Frequency, intensity, and resilience. How do you come out of it? Okay. How frequently I get. So you have to do an introspection and make a note. Genuinely to yourself. Don't share it with anyone. Keep a book. This incident, I reacted this way. What out of this is actually pushing it out? Okay. So I know this particular is the cause. How many times it peeps out from me and comes ugly, it shows out, and I am aware of it, the frequency of it. How many times I get angry, frequency of it. Every time I get angry, what is the intensity of anger? Every anger is not of the same intensity. कोई ऐसा हवा बन के निकल जाता है, कोई पूछो मत, हफ्ता हफ्ता भर के रहता है. Some people will not even leave that. You are dead for me. Itna anger. I disown you. You are dead for me. Arey? Just because you say will it work? What you are going to do with something in your mind? Just because verbally you have said you are dead, will this accept? Anger. I don't want to see your face throughout my life. Kitna anger? Okay. So, second is the intensity of it. That intensity, frequency can I reduce? That intensity which is going for 6 hours, 8 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, can that get reduced? And the third is how fast I bounce back. How fast I bounce back. So this FIR technique, when you do it, you yourself, the moment you are aware of it, that itself changes the whole game. You will laugh at your anger. Buddhu jaisa, I'm getting angry on what? There is a nice story in this. One boy used to get very angry. Everything used to get angry. So one day the father decided to give him an exercise. Okay. So he said, son, I'll do one thing. He bought few nails, khila rehta na, nails, and he kept a plank of wood. He said, whenever you are angry, you take a nail, hammer it, and put it into the wood. Let it just stick it into the wood, that wooden plank. Okay? So every day the father used to ask, how many nails? So he said, first day, 25 nails. Then when he became aware, slowly it became to 10 nails, 15 nails, 10 nails, 5 nails. One day he said, no nail at all. He said, okay, now let us do one thing. Whenever you are angry, you remove one nail. Or whenever you felt you would get angry but you didn't get angry, remove one nail. Normally there is provoking situation. And if you have mastered yourself, you'll say, okay, you'll wink at yourself and say, I will not get angry. Kitna mante karo, I will not get angry. That means you are now in your control and you will not get angry. So he said, at that time you remove one nail. How many times? Like that, one day he removed all the nails out. He said, I have done it. So the father said, now look at this board. When I gave it to you, it was clean. What did you do because of your anger? You only poked holes into it. Our mind is that way. With every anger, we are poking a nail and then removing it out, leaving a scar behind. Very true. Because that remnants and that experience, you will never forget it. उसने ऐसा किया ना. Next time, whenever that name also comes, only this thing you will remember. After many years also, what you remember? Remember that school friend whom you fought with last, and after that you have not met. What is the first thing when you meet you will think about? You remember we fought that day, cats and dogs? यही याद रहेगा. Doesn't make sense, right? That scar is still sitting. Why make the scar? Okay, so don't get angry. But for that, it won't happen. If you put effort and if you are sensitive, you will be able to work on it. And that is why this yama niyamas have to be worked on. Same way, Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat has to be worked on. You have to make a list of it. Take 1 month per month. Do the FIR technique. At least acknowledge. Do some introspection. It starts working. It doesn't matter if you never understood Atma, but understanding and working on Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat will make you a good human being. Correct? Which means what? You will get Chitta Shuddhi. Which means what? Jnana Yogyata. Which means what? Even after 5 years, if you listen to Bhagavad Gita with Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat, it is useless. You have wasted 5 years. So practically, if you want to achieve something, these are the areas where you can start working rather than Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Right now it is not wrong. Okay, that is what we have to go later. PhD में वो है program. लेकिन right now तो I am in primary. So I have to take only the first Chitta Shuddhi related, which is Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat. Is it clear? Yeah? Okay. So, Moha Mada Matsarya. Now what are the Daivi Sampat? Quickly we will see some of those. 4 or 5. And then we will conclude this chapter. First one is, few of them are Devi Sampat. Self-confidence, Atma Vishwasa. Okay. Uddaredatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Only you can pep up yourself, only you can put yourself down. Uddaret atmanatmanam. So that self-confidence that I will be able to do it. Yes, it is tough. But that is not the end of the world and end of, even if this life ends, I'm going to get next Janma to continue. But I will not give it up. That Atma Vishwasa should be there. If it's the right thing, Atma Vishwasa should continue. Without that, don't give up in between. And like Arjuna say, I want to run away from the battlefield. ये मेरे से नहीं होगा. संन्यास ले रहा हूँ. No point. Okay. So the first one is self-confidence. Okay. 6 Daivi Sampat. Self-confidence is the first one. Second is self-mastery. Atma Samyama. Okay. What is self-mastery? Starts with Deha, then Vak, then Mana. My body should be fit. My body should be clean. My mind should be clean. My speech should be clean. तोल मोल के बोल है कि नहीं? Okay, so self mastery we have to work. Mahata punya panyena kriyate. See, we have got this body after paying a lot of punya. That is why this human birth has been given. Don't just waste it. Become a master of yourself. Self mastery. Okay. Then, third one is self integration. Arjavam. What is self integration? मनोवाक्काय कर्माणि मे शुद्ध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहम् मनसा वाचा कर्मणा. All the three should be aligned. My mind should be like that of a transparent mirror, a glass which everyone can see it. Just imagine. Swami Dayananda Saraswati will say, just imagine if everyone is able to see inside everyone's brain what thought is going on. Let us imagine that everyone gets that particular, that Divya Chakshus. So whatever is going on in your mind, I can see it live. Are you ready to show your mind to others? Think. X-ray of our mind. All thoughts. जो भी आ रहा है मेरा मन में सामने वाले को दिख रहा है. Someone comes in front. Oh my God, how does this person look? उसको मालूम पड़ गया. अरे इसने ऐसा बोला मेरे बारे में, आपको मालूम पड़ गया. भगवान इज सो बेनोवेलेंट. सब बंद करके पैक करके अंदर रखा. मेनी ऑफ दिस वी आवरसेल्व्स डोंट नो. वी हैव टू थैंक भगवान. नहीं तो सिर्फ गंदगी गंदगी, बदबू ही बदबू रहता था. राइट. सो दैट आर्जवम इज मनसा वाचा कर्मणा aligned. What the mind thinks, the mouth speaks, the body acts. The intellect decides, the mind cooperates, and the organs implement. Kathopanishad says, na, Durashva. Okay. Good horses and bad horses. Two mantras come in Kathopanishad, in Ratha Kalpana. I, the buddhi, use the reins, the mana, to control the 5 horses, which are the senses, which are going on the path, which are the Vishaya. The master who is sitting, Atma, sets the goal. The Sarathi turns it to that. Imagine the horses go where it wants to go. Durashva. It is just going where the road is taking it. That Sarathi is trying to turn but the horses are moving some other direction. The reins are in a tug of war between the buddhi and the sense organs, which is the mind. Distorted mind, disintegrated mind. Okay, so whatever buddhi decides, mind cooperates, the sense organs implement it. Su-ashva iva sarati. Sudashva iva sarati. That is where perfectly the horses, that tact of moving that horse, using the buddhi and the manas, that ability we should have. Okay, that is self-mastery. Self-integration, sorry. Clear? Arjava, Rijubhavana. Then, purity. Bhava samshuddhihi. Purity of thought. Bhava samshuddhihi. Okay. Clean thoughts. Now here, the coming of thoughts are not in your control. This is where we have to understand. The moment you close your eyes and some thought comes, which thought should not come and has come, and the moment you react to that, why did this thought come? You have actually done the job of the nail. Coming of the thoughts are not in your hand. They change with time. But to continue and propagate that thought is in your hand. To continue thinking on it is in your hand. Or is in your mind, is in your control. For example, if a thought comes and if you are busy doing something else, you have diverted your mind from this thought. That thought will automatically die. The splinter or the spark needs a fuel to grow and sustain. If you don't supply the fuel, it will just diminish. It will go off. Like that, if you don't value it, it will just subside and go. But if you try to control it, then you have actually motivated it. It will come with double the force. You know that story of Vali and Sugriva? Vali had a boon. Any enemy coming in front of him, 50% of his strength will go to Vali. Correct? Exactly like that is our mind and thought. The moment you recognize it, 50% of your strength has gone to that thought. Then I start becoming weak. I start to control, it will come out further force. I control or force mein aayega, because every time I do something, it gets 50% of my energy. Then what is the best? Drop that thought like a hot potato. But how can I drop it? It is coming. Keep yourself busy in something else. It will get dropped by itself. Divert the mind. Right? So purity, bhava samshuddhi, very important. Okay. And last is compassion, samvedana. We need to have compassion, empathy, ability to understand the other person and fit yourself into that person's shoe and look at the problem that way. Some empathy should be there. Okay. Mind becomes sensitive. Clear? Like that, Asuri Sampat, 6 are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Okay. One is Dosha, Apanayanam, removal of Asuri Sampat. Guna, Adhanam, adding more Daivi Sampat. If you do these two, what will happen? Chitta Shuddhi will be there. With Chitta Shuddhi, I understand Jnana. Okay, although this is shown as an ancillary, but it is primary for us today because we are filled with Ajnana. Our distance between Jnanam is so far away that first we need to get Chitta Shuddhi. And for Chitta Shuddhi, this becomes my primary goal. Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat becomes my primary goal. Jnanam becomes secondary goal. गाड़ी जब निकलेगा तब दिल्ली पहुंचेगी ना. अब तक तो गाड़ी का अंदर भी बैठे नहीं, घर से निकले गाड़ी का अंदर भी नहीं बैठे, तो गाड़ी का अंदर कैसे बैठे पहले? उसके लिए दैवी संपत आसुरी संपत. गाड़ी में बैठने के बाद then we can look at jnana. Is it clear? Yeah? And that is why Krishna very clearly said these things cannot be missed out. Even if the whole teaching is there, these are very, very important. Clean up your mind, work on it, and then slowly you will be able to understand what is being told. Otherwise, everything will start sublimation, sublimation of knowledge. सुनने का टाइम सब समझ में आएगा, बुक बंद किया, उड़ गया. Okay, knowledge should not sublime. For that base should be there which will pull it. For that, a conditioned mind should be there. A conditioned buddhi should be there. How to condition it? By removing Asuri Sampat and giving Devi Sampat. Is it clear? Is it clear? Good. With that, we will end the 16th chapter. And the next chapter is Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Okay. Yeah.
Daivi Sampat, are there 5 or 6?
We have many. 4 or 5 have been just taken. Okay. What we took were, first one is self-confidence, Atma Vishwasa. Second one is self-mastery, Atma Samyama. Third one is self-integration, Arjava. Fourth one is purity, Bhava Samshuddhi. Okay. Fifth one is Samvedana, compassion. One more you can take, humility, Adambhitvam. Humility, Adambhitvam. Dambhitvam, Adambhitvam. Okay, humility. Like that, there are many. If you look at the first one, there are many. Some few of them have been taken because they are general and we understand it. And nothing has been new which is taught. The point is we have to do a self-assessment and we have to set short-term goals and long-term goals in this. Some of them may be easy to achieve, some of them will be tough to achieve. Don't take the tough ones and say that no, it is not possible, mind. Give up. Okay, when you give up means what happens? I don't have self-confidence. To get self-confidence, take simpler ones which are easy to drop. At least for few days, few weeks, when you do it, I can do something. It is not a gone case. Once you know, अरे कुछ तो पकड़ में आएगा, then take the tougher ones. इतना विवेक, नित्यानित्य वस्तु सिर्फ नहीं, धर्म अधर्म, उसमें टफ धर्म, टफ अधर्म, वो सब समझने का थोड़ा बुद्धि रहना चाहिए. नहीं तो take the toughest one. No. Once I get that, the rest will come. Even that will not come and others will not come. Take small steps, achieve it, get that positive motivation, then take a tougher one. Why? Atma Vishwasa has improved. I've been able to integrate that. Okay, so that feel good factor has to come, that I've been able to achieve something. Then take bigger steps. Okay, clear? Any other question? Okay, so in the next chapter we will start. In the next class, it requires a background to be given. We'll start in the next class only, which is Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Okay, it is Daivasura Sampat only called as Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. 2 has been broken into 3. Okay, how it is broken? Very simple. Daivi equal to Satvika. Asuri equal to Tamasa. Asuri is Khatta. Daivi is Meetha. So what is Rajasa? Khatta Meetha. समझ में आ रहा है? सो दो को तीन बनाया है इन शॉर्ट विच इज श्रद्धात्रय विवाद एंड लाइक दैट दे हैव गिवन नाउ एग्जांपल्स व्हाट ऑल एग्जांपल्स आहारस्त्वपि आहार तप दानम इन दैट एग्जांपल्स आर गिवन यज्ञ दान तपः कर्म पावनानि मनीषिणः यज्ञ दान तप कर्म ऑल इन दैट सात्विक राजस तामस. Okay, in that only your famous ahara, satvika ahara, rajasa ahara, tamasa ahara, all that will come, which we will see in the next class. Is it okay? Chalo. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay, after this summary, surely I am not going to take detailed Bhagavad Gita shloka because morning class is going on. And I told whoever wants should be joining that. What do we take for this class? और यू वांट हो गया बहुत हो गया सर ये क्लास थोड़ा भी बंद कर दो
देखो या addition करें.
चलो भज गोविंदम यस we'll take bhaja govindam even that was in my mind among 3-4 one was this it is a nice simple one and it is a meaningful one very very meaningful one and we can take that but roughly 30 shlokas will be there. But Bhaja Govindam, I want you all to do one thing. You have to see, not knowing the text, you are not going to remember anything. You should be able to remember the text first. That itself is a tapas. Start somewhere learning text. Only when the text runs in your mind, the meaning runs in your mind. If the meaning runs in your mind, the knowledge is available in your mind. Okay? And then little grammar will come in that. Simple language, very nice it is. So we have to start learning how to chant Bhaja Govinda. Okay? Right? Next class we will start with Bhaja Govinda. At least, so before the shloka meaning, you should know the shloka by heart. Or at least with the book, you should be you should know what are the words in it. When I say, see, the beauty of this chanting is, you will know, once you fit it in a tune, then you know where to break it, then you know what words are there. 50% of your problem is solved. Because now every word starts relating to me to a great extent. Then I have to just interchange them and make it into a form which gives a proper meaning. Then the philosophy, the details about it. But at least some amount of word meaning what it is, we should have it in our mind. For that we need to know at least how to pronounce. If you see that text and say samprapsa over. Samprapte, when are you going to tell that word samprapte? So, ability to at least tell words properly is a must. That's how that development will happen. Okay, because if someone says, okay, you learn Bhaja Govindam, tell me one shloka, what is the meaning? Clean board starts wahan se. I can tell you the meaning of everything, but not one shloka. Homework karo. Learn the shloka. It is simple. It is simple. If you can learn film songs, without a book, just by listening to it, this is much easier. You have a book, you have a teacher, it's much easier. So learn it. It is a must. You will enjoy it more rather than just looking at it. हाँ, because normally for people जिन्होंने संस्कृत को ऑप्शन में छोड़ा, वो अभी भी मन में बैठा है. इट इज ऑप्शनल. वो सामने आए तो हाँ, ये 4 लाइन के बाद इंग्लिश चालू होएगा ना, देन तब तक ठीक है, मैं पानी वानी पी के जरा चाय वाय पी के आई विल वेट, आई टेक अ ब्रेक. ऐड चल रहा है उधर, वो मत करो. स्लोली लर्न टू लव दैट सब्जेक्ट. It works very beautifully. Word starts talking to you and you will enjoy it. Suddenly आप बैठे बैठे वो वर्ड मन में आएगा ना, आपको मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा रात को कितना देर बिना सोए आप उसके बारे में सोच रहे हो. You are connecting it to so many things. It becomes very easy and nice. You will start enjoying it. Okay? चलिए. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. धन्यवाद. शुभरात्रि.
Sir,